Hey pilots, it's Craig again with Paraglider Service USA, and we're going over how to do line-to-line connections. So the line we're replacing is a midline, and these are the two upper lines that are connecting to it. This could be 2, 4, 6, whatever. The sequence that I'm going about here is going to be the same, but we'll just start with 2 here so you get an idea of what the sequence is. So these are going connected directly to the canopy, or an upper midline, and this is maybe a lower midline. Or these are the uppers and this is a upper mid, or just a mid, whatever the case. But in any case, that end is the canopy and this end down here is the risers. So when we replace these, we slide up the midline over the upper lines like so, and then we're going to take the opposite end and feed it through them. Pretend there's an end loop here, even though there's not. And I'd stick the end loop through these loops in the order of their layout. So the center of the wing's here and the wingtip's that direction. So we're going to go from center wing to wingtip when we feed these. So from the wing centers to the wingtip side is how we feed this, and then we bring it down like so. And this is and there you be. And I cinched the wing center one first and then the outer wingtip one last. And then that's our handshake knot. Okay, now let's say this green line here, this midline is too long. It's like 10 millimeters or 5 to 10 millimeters longer than the existing midline. So we want to fit it accordingly. So I want to shorten this so that it matches the same length as the existing line that's on there that was damaged. And so what I can do is I can put a double loop instead of a single loop over it. I can do a double loop like so. Okay. And I take that double loop and feed it up these like so, like so. But I want to keep the order, the wing center. I tape these down in the order they were taken off so they stay, so I can recall the order. And then I'll go ahead and do just what I did with the single loop, is feed it in from the wingtip center to the wingtip. So from the center of the wings to the wingtip side, like that, okay? Like so. And then I'll cinch this down. Cinch it up a little bit, but not too tight, just to get it closer. And then I'll pull the center of the wing, the one that's closest to the center of the wing first, cinch it up, and then cinch the one that's closer to the wingtip next. And then that's how she's going to look, the handshake knot. Okay? And so that'll shorten it, you know, depending on the line diameter, they vary. And then you want to compare that with the existing one to see now if it's the length that you need. If it's not enough, you can go to the next loop. Instead of a double loop, you can go to a girth hitch, or they also call it an anchor stitch, and that's you know, just taking this like so. You can go like this, poke it through. There's your girth hitch, but the loop's going to have a little twist in it, so you want to roll these to the outside like that, so the loop gets flat again. There we go. And then we just throw that up over them and do the same thing, running it through and cinching up accordingly. Okay, but let's say the double loop was too much, but we still need to shorten it, but the double loop was too much. Another way to go about this is to go ahead and do the single loop here at this end where the upper lines are, you know, and feed this through and cinch it up and set it right. And then at the bottom end, the other end of it, so let's say this is the bottom end coming down now. We've already secured that at the upper end. And let's go through that hypothetical scenario. Tape that down. And it's coming across to meet with another midline before it goes to main line. And so let's say this is the other midline coming across like so, okay? And then these two here, so this is connected at the top with a single loop to the 3 or 4 lines up there, and then this is another midline connected to this midline, and now we're going to connect it to the main line. That goes to the risers. We can make the double loop here instead, but we have to, the order of it is going to cause it to either be more shrinkage than or less. And so if I make the double loop and have it stacked at this end, it's going to be less, whereas if I have it stacked at this one end, it's going to be more. So let's show you what I mean on that. So this is the main line, let's say it's going to be a single loop over them, right? And then we're going to take its tail, or the opposite end, I mean, and it's going to end up connecting to the risers, and we're going to feed it through, like we did before. And when we feed it through, I don't want to go through this one first, even though it's the center of the wing. I'm going to change things up from the normal rule, from going from the center of the wing to the wingtip, because I want this to be first. Well, I mean, excuse me, I'm going to actually stay in the same order, but I'm going to make a double loop here. So I'm going to have it here, this location, because if I have it here and make the double loop, it's going to be more of a, shrinking it more than here. So what I'll do is I'll take it, do my double loop, okay, double loop, and then go through the next one. Gotta get some slack here so it gets over the part. There we go. Okay. And then this is the center of the wing, so it's going to be cinched up first, so it's going to be closer to the apex than this line. So we'll tighten the center of the wing first, then this one. And so there's our end loop, our hang-shaped knot. And so, I don't know if you get what I'm saying here, but the order of it will make a difference as far as shrinkage goes. If you have 3-4 lines, if you put it here versus here, it's going to be different in the amount that it shrinks it. So that's what I want to share with you, that the placement is crucial and varying to what you want to adjust it to. Hope that helps.